Viewer discretion is advised.
Blue Jackets. This expansion team finally made the playoffs in 2009, where they promptly got swept. It seems like you've been rebuilding since your inception, having traded away players of the likes of Rick Nash, Jeff Carter, and Jakub Voracek. Things looked good last year until you drew the Pens in the first round and got your faces mashed.
John P. McConnell is the son of John H. McConnell, who founded steel company Worthington Industries. John took over ownership of the Blue Jackets in 2008 when his dad passed away. Looks like his history is pretty unremarkable, just like the Blue Jackets in the playoff.
One of the few NHL arenas with a skating rink attached to its skating rink, Nationwide Arena has been open for nearly 20 years. The Ice House, which is also the team's practice rink, is often open to the public. The arena features the giant cannon, which fires at the beginning of games and after BJ goals at 105 decibels. The Blue Jackets used to have a mascot named Boomer, which was short-lived. Amazingly, it's not the creepiest mascot in all of sports. I was actually at this game, and let me tell you, witnessing one of these beatdowns in person is both amazing and tragic at the same time. Dan Cleary scored a minute into the contest, and at 12 minutes, it was 4-0. Amazingly, I stayed for the entire game as the Red Wings kept pouring in goals like the net was a chocolate fountain. Nick Kronwall had the best line, scoring 2 goals and adding an assist. I have never heard a crowd so quiet.
Players abusing substances in the NHL isn't as prevalent as, say, the MLB or in Mike Richards' house, but it is news when a player gets popped for performance enhancers, like former #1 overall pick Brian Berard did in 2006. He was issued a 2-year international ban and didn't miss an NHL game. Weak.
Not to be confused with Boomer, a former BJ mascot that was an anthropomorphic penis. Stinger looks as annoying as, well, an insect should. I don't get his fluorescent green color and giant stoner eyes. He kind of looks like a sad Kermit the Frog. He's supposed to be a yellow jacket, but they're the Blue Jacket. Stinger loves slapping 5 with kids.
Welcome to Jackets Country, a land where the hockey is uninspired and the hope is bleak. But alas, there is light, you say. A team that hadn't reached the playoffs in 8 years and hadn't won a playoff game for 13 years is out to a 2-0 series lead against the Washington Capitals. Unfortunately, this light turned out to be a mirage. The ineptitude of this franchise has reached an indelible mass that can be examined and probed for future studies. So how did we get here? The first step is taking a metric shit ton of penalties. The complete and utter lack of discipline by these blue ball busters was a mind-blowing sight. So many forced and stupid errors that you would think you were watching a Three Stooges sketch. If there's one thing you don't do against the Capitals, it's put them on the man advantage. They made these Jackets pay with Alex Ovechkin sitting in the same damn slot firing howitzers ad nauseum. Truly a successful venture. Of course, this wouldn't be complete without your own power play to melt down like 3 Mile Island. In fact, to give the opposition momentum with piss-poor zone entries and poorly organized breakouts. Don't change a goddamn thing either. Keep pounding the square peg into the round hole. It will work out eventually. Thirdly, you must flub even the most basic of fundamentals. Simple passing plays, defensive clears, they are too complex for the Jackets. The goal for most of the series is to be outpossessed by one of the worst possession teams in the league. That ballyhooed scoring depth you boasted about, it goes MIA in the jungles of Cambodia. Even your big stars like Seth Jones, Werenski, and the Breadman go stale and rot away. Coach Tortorella thinks they're going to reach Game 7? I don't think so, buddy boy. 4th on the list, and this is a big one. Give up at least 3 goals per game. That 2-time Vezina Trophy winning goaltender you have, turns out he crumbles like a cookie in the first round of the playoffs. Gaze in awe as he gives up softies and fluke goals at will. Witness how he kills off any sort of momentum the team has with the flick of a wrist. It's the perfect fit for this franchise. Finally, you need to have a little luck. No, not for you, the other teams. That expansion team that took the league by storm did what you couldn't do in a year. Win a series by sweeping the opposition. But you could always laugh at the Jets. They're terrible. Well, they aren't now. They've won a series too. Congratulations, Columbus. You are officially the least successful franchise in the NHL. Your reward? A tired narrative about not winning a playoff series and the entirety of the league laughing at you. It's so fitting that you're based out of Ohio, a state where all of the sports teams crushed fan spirits. That's all for now, Blue Jackets. See you on the golf links, where you will also be knocked out in the first round. The Columbus Blue Jackets are back to show us how true failure is done. If you look back towards last season, they proved their ineptitude by taking an impressive 2-games-to-none series lead, and then lost 4 straight games. We all laughed at their pathetic display. This year is a critical juncture in Jackets country. Most of their key pieces are due to become unrestricted free agents, and Columbus has mostly failed to launch. A crossroads has been reached. Do they quiver and sell off their pieces, turning into spineless cowards? Or do they stay the course and hope for the best? No, Columbus chose option 3. Go balls deep into the juicy underworld of deadline acquisitions. First objective, keep your talent with expiring contracts. Breadman Bobrovsky, you may have issues staying here, but you're going to see this playoff push through and you're gonna like it. Second off, splurge on a few main deadline prizes to bolster the team depth. Matt Duchene is an outstanding piece who will be an excellent supplement for our main core. Goodbye first round pick and several prospects. Ryan DeZingle may not be a free bonus, but we'll pay a handsome sum for him as well. Adam McQuaid for more draft picks, and Keith Kincaid just as a glorified air freshener for the locker room. I love a good spending spree, especially when they only have 2 picks left for the upcoming draft. The third recipe is to struggle immensely to the point where you have to rally to even barely make the playoffs. Nothing clicks as somehow you can't Thanos snap your way to free wins by eliminating half of your competition. And here comes the fun part. You have to play the President's Trophy winner and residing NHL juggernaut in Tampa Bay. A massacre is sure to continue as you get smacked in the first period of Game 1. Oh, the laughter we will have. Wait, they won the series? They made the Tampa Bay Lightning into a total effing stuck? Oh my god, it's happening! They've won! You expected a happy ending? Do you realize what franchise this is? CBJ takes command of the second round with a 2-games-to-1 lead. They have everything at their disposal. Momentum, home ice, fan support, universal hatred of Boston. But then Columbus proceeded to happen once again. They fell short in 3 straight games to lose the series. It is in this disclaimer that the Blue Jackets should have absolutely no shame in the way they played. They worked hard, put up great performances, and gave us incredible joys which we thought we'd never experience in our lifetimes. Unfortunately for you, the hockey gods give 0 fucks about all that sentimental bullshit. They believe only in absolutes. The pain must be amplified to the extreme. Blue Jackets, you have some fantastic prizes coming your way in the next few months. The catalyst for your success and playoff failure, Shedder Sergei Bobrovsky, has had issues with the team this year and will be getting a shitload of money in free agency. He's gone. The most talented player on the roster in Artemi Panarin has gone on record saying that he desires the big city life. Columbus cannot provide that. He's gone. Matt Duchene may have a chance, but if he's re-signed, next year's first round pick goes to Ottawa. He's probably gone. You may have the euphoria of a series win, but it still leads you nowhere. With these playoffs, the Jackets are now tied with the Winnipeg Jets for total playoff wins. But the tiebreaker fails as they have an advantage in series wins. They made the 3rd round last year. Congratulations, you're still the least successful franchise in the NHL. The sad thing is you can't complain a lick about it. This was the best season you've ever had. Too bad it's all for naught as you will enter the unknown void as your best players are probably fucking up. Thanks for playing, boys. The only trophy here is the pain of failure.